Hi, I'm Janelle Shires, Youth and Family Program Director here at the Center for Spiritual Living in Seattle. If you're in the Seattle area and would like to stop by for in-person youth program, we do that Sundays at 11 o'clock for kindergarten up. These videos are for you, especially those of you not in the area, for you to use at your convenience to teach your family spiritual practices and principles and interfaith philosophies or such. So this month we are doing Tales from the Torah using Golden Thread of Truth curriculum, and today's lesson is about loving kindness. So Yom Kipper is the Day of Atonement. In Judaism, it is common to share the story of Jonah and the whale. The story shares God's willingness to forgive those who repent. So I'm going to read you this short story. Jonah was a prophet. One day, God asked Jonah to go to a place called Nineveh and tell the people living there to live with knowing God in their hearts. But Jonah did not want to help the people there, so he ran away and got on a ship sailing across the Mediterranean Sea. Shortly after the boat left, there was a very large storm. Jonah was just sleeping in the bottom of the boat. Then the sea got rougher and rougher, and it became a large storm, and the storm washed water over the boat and tossed it up into the air. The sailors were afraid, but Jonah knew what to do. He said, "The sea is very rough because I have disobeyed God. Throw me overboard and you will live." But the sailors didn't want Jonah to die. "It is the only way," said Jonah. So the sailors threw him over the side of the ship. But what was outside of the boat? A great big whale. This whale saw Jonah and swallowed him whole. Jonah was in the belly of the whale for 3 full days and 3 full nights. Now just think for a second what it would be like to be inside of a whale. There are no windows and a lot of strange things floating around that you can't see because it's so dark. Jonah didn't probably think that he was ever going to see daylight again. While he was in the whale, though, he thought about God and what he had done and knew that he had not been doing his best. He knew that he had to do what was best for himself and the people of Nineveh. He thought about how he ran away. He was grateful that he did not drown. God forgave Jonah, and the whale spat Jonah out onto the land and swam away. Jonah was slimy and smelly, but was very happy to be out of that dark belly of the fish. So I've got a few questions for you. What is a prophet? A prophet is someone who tries to live by the ways of God and who will share God's love with others. Now, why was Jonah grateful to be swallowed by the whale? He would have drowned otherwise. And why did the whale spit Jonah out? Once Jonah knew that he needed to help the people and not run away, the whale assisted Jonah by spitting him out so that he could complete his mission. Now, if you have younger children in your family, what we did here at the center are make a little whale. So I used a couple pieces of construction paper and just made a little outline of a whale and cut it out. I gave it a little googly eye because I had some. You can just draw your whale. And here in the middle, to represent where Jonah was, is just some plastic cling wrap that I used a button and a little, little fuzzy ball. You could use whatever's around the house. It's just that nice visual reminder of Jonah being in the whale and what the whale had done and what Jonah needed to do. Now, if you have older children in your home, you can have a little more of an in-depth conversation about what Jonah was going through. So, for example, this is good for us adults also, but what might you or your youth be running away from? Or you could ask, when have there been times you haven't been authentic? And lastly, when are times where you tried to hide? So let me know what conversations come up. Leave comments below. I like to read them. And feel free to contact me. And make sure you click on subscribe so you get notified when more videos are posted. Thanks for joining me.